Hey doing everyone, Juan Romero here with another review. This is Lonely Mountains Downhill on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm releasing 2 reviews today, so if you haven't checked out Spirit of the North, the link for that is in the pinned comment and description. Let's break this one down and see if it's worth your hard-earned cash. Essentially, this is as simple as it gets. You get on your bike, ride down the mountain trails as fast as you can, which sounds simple, but believe me, it does require a bit of practice. First of all, you have to become acquainted with the controls of those bikes, which by the way is absolutely spot on, tight and intuitive, which is great for a fast-paced game like this. The analog stick, the one on the left, is used for 360-degree motion, not just for left, right or up and down. It's like a twin stick shooter. You point the bike in the direction you want it to go and that's where it will go. It took me a good few minutes actually to get used to, but once I did, it felt as natural as can be. You begin with a mountain track, but first of all you need to do to unlock the timed challenges is explore your way down nice and slow or as fast as you like. As long as you reach the bottom, you can crash as many times as you want. You'll unlock the timed section for that trail, which for me is where all the fun begins. Each mountain you unlock has a bunch of trails for you to explore first and then ride down with the challenges after for both beginners and experts. It's an excellent way to cater for the casual and the more hardcore. The race to the bottom is broken down into checkpoint timed sections, and this works superbly well because if you do crash, you restart at that last checkpoint and the timer will not reset for that whole track, which is fantastic by the way, because what happens is it will restart the timer from that particular point. So for example, if you reach checkpoint 1 and that took you 30 seconds, that will stay recorded, meaning you can put all your energies into the next section without worrying that it's going to wipe out your whole time and that previous good work. This means that you can really take risks in each section and explore those shortcuts, which is what it's all about if you want to shave off those precious seconds, leaving a great time on the leaderboard. I was quite proud of myself making the top 6 out of 100 players already, but no doubt when this is purchased by many of you, you're going to top my times, no doubt about that. Now this game is one of those where it has that one more go feeling. In fact, I could not put it down. Each has a number of challenges: beat the mountain if you're a beginner in a certain time, or don't crash more than 20 times for example and reach the finish. Expert levels will ratchet and crank this right up though, where you'll have to beat the mountains in ridiculous times and crash a minimal amount of times, which is very difficult but a very good challenge nevertheless. So finding those shortcuts to beat the times is really essential here, and shortcuts will involve cutting down sides of mountains, jumping onto hidden ledges or finding a path through the trees. Problem is too much air times at times and you're toast unless you unlock better bikes with a better suspension. In fact, once you unlock more bikes, you can find the one that's more suited to your play style. Now, the number of times I've probably sent my rider to their death was ludicrous, but so much fun nevertheless as you learn from every mistake made, making you better on the next run. My good friend Justin from Nindy Spotlight was saying how he'd love a snowboarding version of this. So devs, if you're listening up, maybe you need to make a snowboarding version of this with your next game. We'd love that. Now, there are a number of customizations for both the bike and the rider, which you can unlock. Some of these are just purely cosmetic. And the more you beat the challenges, there's even a night mode which you can unlock, which is balls hard, by the way, and I think was probably too much for my level, but experts will lap this up. Tearing down the mountain is fast and exhilarating, and as I said, the controls are simple. Speed up, brake and maneuver your bike through those treacherous terrains, and it's you versus that mountain. Special praise for the visuals here. I love the visuals. They're simple yet depict the environment so well with its low poly look. They're gorgeous. The way it's brought together is stunning. Nature is depicted beautifully here with beautiful rest spots which you can find and wonderful looking backdrops. How the colours are used to depict the autumn is gorgeous, and riding through some of those trails with wildlife, waterfalls, birds flying by is a sight to behold. I had to stop at times just to look at the lovely visuals, and luckily those rest points are there just for that. For me, it was a perfect design choice, but the same cannot be said for the performance, which is not perfect. And that's hampered me with these last 2 reviews, actually, which is disappointing. Missed frames and stutters, which shouldn't hamper a game like this, are a slight disappointment. The same was true, though, on the PS4 and Xbox, so it's not a Switch issue. These issues were there before. However, it was never enough to hamper my enjoyment of the game, but you do notice it from time to time when it rears its ugly head. The addition of HD Rumble adds nicely to the feel of that bike on the dirt. Audio, there's no backing music here, which is quite refreshing. It's you and nature, and you'll hear the bike against the dirt and the birds tweeting, and I enjoyed it. It allowed for a lot of concentration as you're skidding down the mountain. The crashes sounded great too. In terms of value then, the game is around £18, $20 or €20, and well, for an indie it's near the top bracket of pricing, and I think personally it's worth the money. It's fun, and you're going to have lots and lots of goes of this game. I don't think you're going to tire of it anytime soon. Once you've completed the challenges and unlocked everything, then the thing that's going to keep you coming back for more are those leaderboards if you're competitive. It would have been nice for the option to have some, say, local multiplayer runs or maybe a co-op mode. However, as the game is just so playable, I would not personally have an issue paying the price of admission right now. Some of you may want to wait for a sale, but why wait when it's so good? My verdict then, Lonely Mountain is a top game in every sense. The gameplay is top-notch fun, challenging yet satisfying, and you cannot beat the feeling when you make that perfect run. You'll be playing this over and over to perfect your runs down those mountain trails and finding that perfect path. My only gripe is the slight performance issues. At times it would have been nice for a few more modes. Otherwise though, it's a perfect game for on-the-move quick blast or at home fighting over the controller with your family as to whose go it is next. Very solid 8 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this review, really appreciate you staying till the end. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, the thumbs down if you didn't. And if you're new here, a new watcher, then why not consider subscribing and hitting that bell so we can notify you when our next video goes live. I'm going to put some up now for you. I'll put our weekly bargains video letting you know which games are on sale and worth buying. That goes live every Sunday with your host James and your host Jordan on Monday hosts that lovely video where we tell you all the physical games that go live on the Nintendo Switch, and of course your healthy dose of reviews of games like this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great weekend. We got a bank holiday here on Friday, which we're all looking forward to. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.